care anymore.
And welcome back.
Oh wait, hang on. This should probably be closer to my mouth than it is right now.
Yeah, Rob, shove that thing.
Just shove the thing right in there.
That's just mean. Anyway, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, passive-aggressive attorney. It's time for the final trial.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a nap for 5 hours. Call me when it's done.
This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if... I don't even know who this is. Ah, okay, it's Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77's ID number is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling on the defendant. 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty. But you didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to this SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. Huh? If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? Asshole. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gent has on her, it's now.
February 25th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9.
We're in number 9, bitch.
Right.
Court announces the trial Ms. Lana Skype.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
You both better fucking be ready, because I'm gonna rip you both a new one. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. Before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Oh well, Gant's on the stand already.
Gant's already doing stuff, huh?
Chief Gent.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Archie, been back to the pool yet? Man, did you see how I phased in? Been working on that one for years.
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work.
Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. Yet.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Die! Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Yes. Especially me.
What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished.
Oh, then what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Ya bitch! What are you doing?
You don't do that, if you do that, I don't get paid!
You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. You're fired.
Bitch!
You got fired, bitch.
But Lana... Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant essentially has the right to self-representation. A request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation.
I'm waiting for Edgeworth to be like, nope, fuck you.
Indeed, it appears there is no further need to continue this trial.
Credits roll.
Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening.
Well, it appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Objection! One moment, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
Come now, Worthy. I'm here now. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your damn mouth shut,
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
What? Fuck you.
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Come on now, you look like discounted Tachi. What could you know?
That's the line now.
Where's your headband, nerd?
Not even 10 minutes in, come on. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh, to whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hear her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye.
Holy shit!
I just got called a Tachi. Fuck you.
The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. I just love that. I'm self-represented, but fuck off! You don't matter anymore!
Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant?
Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Probably, I don't know, maybe in your game. Mark my words.
Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Lana's little assistant, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Would you actually please remember that this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman?
But, Fuck it.
Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really old or relevant?
I've already proven that the cases are linked.
Yeah, like the past 3 days worth of trial has.
Yeah, but the judge is a dumbass, okay?
Yes, he just goes with the flow.
Yes, it most certainly is.
See?
Well, okay then.
He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
Oh shit, that was an orange text. Also, it's technically yesteryear.
2 years ago.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
Sucks for you. However, please tell Mr. Edgeworth. What does this testimony have to do with Ted Goodman's murder for the last fucking time?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has zero evidence.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Examine the shit out of her, Mr. Wright. Do it.
Alright, let's see.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Right, I need to check the court record because I need to make sure that that's consistent with the testimony. Right, okay. Hang on.
I got various other questions about this. If she was unconscious and Joe Dark killed Neil Marshall, what? Joe Dark then.
Okay,
You see what I mean here?
It doesn't actually tell me what the actual thing is. Well, that sucks. Hold on. Aha! Fuck you! Oh, that's wrong. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty.
Little explosion.
Unfortunately, I have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
Fuck! Ah,
Boom!
I must be on the wrong
Lose one of
track.
your little marketing to the corner, you little bitch.
Emma doesn't have any reason to lie, but Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Oh, right, he wants me to press. Well, time to press like the bitch I am!
You are very bitchy.
Just putting a picture of Phoenix looking at fucking meme where it's two buttons and it's the captain wiping sweat off his brow.
Press, present!
Present or press?
2 years ago,
Boys, tough choice.
2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes, she was second in command under Chief Detective Gant. My sister was the best detective ever.
Well, yes, I remember.
That
Just
old,
like it
huh?
was yesteryear. My head, this beard was on my hair back then.
I believe they
glorious
shared
locks.
the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk. And then play the organ. And then dream about playing the organ. I wanted to play it that day, too.
I imagine she actually says that, and then Damon Gant just goes, huh? And then goes, and dream about playing the organ.
What did you say? What about my organ? Don't touch it.
The
It's an
police
antique.
department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work.
Alright, and now we press this.
Bup, bup.
A man? Not a woman?
Yes, a man. Joe Dark.
Not
Evil
Joe
with
Hannah
evil.
Dark?
Yeah, he was a serial killer.
Not she?
Look, I don't know his pronouns.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. And it's a guy. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance to, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky in Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him from the Powerpuff Girls.
What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Gant was there too? Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. Given that if he's not here, Matt.
I assume that would also be why he was the to Dark. I went way too competent for that voice.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in.
I don't clearly remember what happened after that. But... that.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark, and just then, the lights went out.
The lights? Ooh, spooky.
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby, like
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside, like an anime. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yeah, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah! I didn't mention this before.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. I want to hear more. So you spoke.
Just stop.
So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture. Yes, I think you mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
No, I want to know about this picture.
Oh, okay, whatever, man.
This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning.
Objection! But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. I would mind? Question mark? Grammar. Blah, 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 blah.
You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right?
Yes, in crayon. I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes. Damn,
That's strange. I took
that's
over
rough.
the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken?
But I did draw it, I swear. I'm just not imagining it. Oh, I'm not just imagining.
This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again.
Well, anyway, let's continue. This scene that imprinted an image in your mind, can you please describe it to us?
The man.
Okay,
Alright, alright. Boop, 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 boop.
that's not what I want to check. It's the evidence list. Aha! A picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. I've got a very bad feeling about this. Oh,
This
wait.
isn't actually that bad of a drawing. I'm kind of impressed.
Ha-ha! Sorry, that was loud. Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you still insist on denying its existence!
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list for the SR9.
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it. Oh, what is this?
Oh, wow. Nice and put it that way around, huh?
Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew.
Rada. Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling.
Objection! What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence that you had 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see,
I'm good
Mr.
at
Edgeworth,
puzzles.
it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What?
Rada. Order! Who'd have thought the picture would have been drawn on the back of the evidence list? Weird.
That was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning room.
Wait a minute. And if this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor!
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head! Like a
If-
bug!
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Yes, that's quite conceivable, actually. Mr. Edgeworth?
It's
Flippy flu.
possible. Let's see.
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
Sorry, Your Honor. There is something drawn on the back of my list. This is that thing.
I just love the idea that, like, there's something drawn on the back of this list. It says, "Fuck you, Edgeworth." that thing. That thing who was dancing in the evidence room.
Apparently, the head of criminal affairs used this for his blueprint.
I guess he was out of scrap paper.
The Blue Badger did it.
I said that all along.
Well, very well, witness. Will you please testify about the picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she saw the picture.
What I
This
miss.
is the
Well,
Blue Badger did it.
The Blue Badger did it.
Okay.
Also, I made the judge sound competent for one line.
Oh. I'll let you take over then.
No. I went back afterwards. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. The picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
Iffy.
Hey, who's doing this?
Iffy.
You.
Wow, damn it. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe talk about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The event will now begin to its cross-examination.
There should be a contradiction between the picture and her testimony.
Yeah, neither of them wearing a cowboy hat.
That's it, right?
I'm gonna press this statement. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course! This is the exact scene!
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives.
Objection! Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
No, of course not. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright. Is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Yeah.
You can't tell who's who?
Yeah. Oh, well. That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. And also, look at the thing he's holding.
Well, yeah, like...
Roller?
It's freaking
Yeah,
square!
Yeah. Like, I thought that was, like, just like the representation of a knife, but at the same time, kind of looks like it could very easily
It's not a north, this is a north.
That's not a north, this is a late. Oh, that's actually a pretty fucking spot-on reference or something, actually.
I should probably press this, because I don't see any contradictions here. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue?
No, I couldn't see him very clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor.
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him... But bam! I was knocked away! I turned around. And that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt.
What happened after the lightning flashed?
Oh, God damn it. So that didn't turn up anything new.
Cha-cha-cha. Ha-cha.
Well,
Cheer!
when in doubt, save the game. Now let's do this.
When in doubt, cheat.
Nope, shit. That doesn't work. It's not this. Give me that. For fuck's sake. Alright.
Take that! Tiny explosion!
Do I have to present the list itself? Nope.
Tiny explosion!
Because I don't see anything. Kaboom, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm Mr.
Boom,
Phoenix.
bitch!
Yeah, I'm gonna talk like this now. That's so good on the throat.
No, wait. Something's wrong here.
It looks like...
Nope.
Whatever.
I'm blindly objecting now. This isn't gonna be fun.
Time to reload.
It's fine. I can do this with one thing.
Dun 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 dun. The screwdriver.
No, wait. That can't be it.
So, have you used the trophy yet?
No. But like,
Because
there's no reason for me to use the prosecutor trophy because it's not that.
oh, I mean, you know, it could be the prosecutor trophy's sword. Break it off, stab
We'll
it.
figure this out next time on Phoenix Wright. Passive aggressive
Step of the
attack.
North.
Motherfuckers with you.